Hey, this is a response video to Bella. It's just stupid. You know, it's again on this stupid market anarchy crap. So anyway, so she makes this video and she concedes that she's been convinced that, you know, market anarchy could work, but it's just that, you know, it's not going to happen because of the structure of the system, but it could work. And then she makes the argument that the reason why it can't happen, though, is because you can't convince people. So she's been convinced, but she says we can't convince people. That makes a lot of sense. Well, anyway, and this whole idea of saying that anything Luke says makes any sense is just so fucking irritating. You know, this is such fucking nonsense. So let us pretend for a moment that Canada went market anarchy, okay? So all the rich motherfucking selfish bastards moved to Canada. All right, what's going to happen? You know, right now Canada has been living free ride. You know, basically the United States has been paying, you know, $500 billion a year, 400 anyway for the last decade, a year, $400 billion a fucking year to provide a national defense. And I would argue that yes, the defense has been used completely inappropriately and has been way too expensive. But who's voted for it? The same motherfuckers who want to get rid of the IRS. Now, isn't there a little bit of an irony there? That the motherfuckers who want to get rid of the IRS and who haven't been paying their income fucking taxes and instead have been borrowing the Social Security Trust Fund and the Medicare Trust Fund and the Highway Trust Fund and the fucking Unemployment Insurance Trust Fund, those same motherfuckers are the ones who keep voting for the higher military budget. Right? There's a Democrat in office. You know, Clinton did reduce the military budget. That's part of the reason why he did balance the fucking budget. And certainly other Democrats would like to reduce the military budget a fucking lot more. Like maybe a quarter of what it is. You know, all you need is a few of these motherfucking cruise missiles on a few nuclear fucking submarines and you can scare the hell out of almost anybody. But anyway, that's another subject. It just, the irony is just so disgusting that the very people who want to abolish taxes are the fucking people who vote for fucking goddamn very expensive motherfucking military budget. So anyway, so let's say also all the rich fuckers move up to Canada. And, you know, so they decide, yeah, no income tax, no defense budget. Well, all of a sudden, I think the people in the United States are going to say, well, fuck Canada now, you know, fuck you. You're not going to pay the freight. You're not going to pay for your national defense. Fuck you. We're not going to defend you anymore. Okay? So we'll just let the rest of the world know that this country is free game. You want to fucking invade fucking Canada, you have the right to do it. We're not going to fucking defend them anymore unless they pay the fuck up. All right? They're not going to pay for a national defense. They're not going to have any national defense. It's that simple. Okay? If the greedy fuckers are going to do that, I'm certainly going to vote that way. And I'm going to vote to put up a big fucking giant goddamn fucking wall. Okay? Because I don't want any fucking goddamn assholes in this country going to work for those fucking bastards over there and then come back here and expect health fucking insurance and expect me to give a damn about their fucking kids. Alright, so there's none of this cross-border bullshit, okay? You either live here and work here, or you live there and work there, okay? So you live there with nothing, no health insurance, no anything as a corporate slave, or you live here as a fucking human being, but you're going to make that fucking choice. You're not going to play both sides of the street. Alright, and the third thing that's going to happen is any motherfucking company that has anybody related to this fucking, this Canada, if I see a Canada, made in Canada on anything, I find out that the CEO of the corporation lives in fucking Canada, well, the product ain't getting into my fucking goddamn house. I ain't fucking buying the service. I don't care what it is, I ain't buying it. You know, I don't care if it's a fucking gas line. I ain't buying it, okay? I'll burn my fucking goddamn furniture before I'll pay a motherfucker who doesn't want to pay the freight of civilization, all right? So this is what you'll get. You won't get this, you know, they let them live in their world, but you're just going to segregate human beings. And you're going to have the greedy fucks, and so let the greedy fucks try to make some goddamn money when they don't have any fucking money to buy their shit anymore. Okay, because everybody knows what it's made out of, okay, and it's made out of exploit fucking-tation. All right, and we'll see. You know, that's the world you'll get, though. I mean, it's not that this isn't a problem. You know, well, we just can't convince the people. you know. No, the problem with fucking market anarchy, it cannot fucking work. It's not civilized. It inevitably leads to monarchy. If you can't get that, Belly, you're a fucking idiot. You know, it's just so stupid. So yeah, I mean, is there any point that further needs to, like I said, I mean, in every way, how would this fucking work? I mean, how could you possibly take the richest people and say, yeah, we're going to give you the free ride now, even more of a free ride, and you're going to expect that all the other working people are going to say, oh yeah, okay, that's fine, we'll buy their products, we'll make them richer. It's not going to fucking happen. It's going to, like I said, you'll be able to sell stuff that says Cuba on it before you'll be able to sell stuff that says Canada, if the world goes that way. Because people are going to understand what it means. They're going to understand that these are people who don't want to pay any freight for civilization. Now, look, who the fuck, there's nobody, you know, middle class people, even poor people, they don't like stupid assholes who have kids they can't afford. Nobody does. Alright? But they know that they're not going to let those fucking kids eat garbage. They know that. That's just not acceptable. But we know it's acceptable to the rich fuckers. We know it's acceptable to the assholes who don't want to pay income tax. Alright? That's the fucking world they want. Alright? They don't, like I said, their hypocrisy is transparent. It's obvious. It's so fucking, it's right there in front of you. Alright? Because like I said, when it comes to cutting stuff out of the budget, the only shit they want to cut is the stuff going to the poor and middle class. Alright? The shit they want to keep is the fucking stupidest, the most wasteful expenditures the government does. And it's just obvious. I mean, we know how it works. It's the fucking red states, it's the fucking Republicans who keep voting for the military crap. That's their solution. And they're the ones that keep, you know, no minimum wage. Yeah, let's invite, you know, it was the Republicans who increased immigration in this country, not the Democrats. That's a big fucking lie. It's the fucking Republicans. When they got control of the Congress, the first thing they did was increase the quotas from all these countries. They let in a bunch of, you know, temporary visas, you know, and all those temporary visas just turn into illegal aliens because the people don't become citizens, and they're not going to leave because once they've been here 4 years, they get attached to people, they get attached to a lifestyle, and so they want to stay, you know. And it's so stupid. It's just bullshit to even have this fucking conversation. I can't believe you would sit there and just, you know, make some little fairy tale idiotic statement like, oh yes, well, it all sounds very nice and everybody should have a fucking choice. It just, there really, you cannot, the two cannot be integrated. They have to be segregated. There's no way you can integrate these two choices. Because it's just like I made the example of when I showed a dollar bill and what it is made out of. A civilization is made out of something. You have to pay to get there. Okay? All the progress we have is made out of fucking goddamn exploitation, and we can't deny that. It's made out of dead soldiers on fucking, you know, European battlefields. That's what it's fucking made out of. We never pay the full price for that. And so we sort of have an obligation to that sacrifice that's been fucking made. And to just say that, yeah, we're just gonna let some people just take a free fucking ride, and they don't have to be civilized anymore, and they don't have to be aware of what the value of that dollar is anymore, and they can possess it, they can own it, they can own property, and they can own those, fuck that shit. No Canadian could buy property in the United States that I would vote for. Okay? It's no fucking way. No foreign, you know, that's exactly like I said. All you'd create is a nice segregated world. You just create a nice, almost like the perfect bad scenario where you'd have the most, you know, you just end up making this country more left, that country would be all right, you know, and it would be just you know, perfect for not even a cold war. It would be a goddamn hot war. And that's all you're going to create. We have to learn how to live with each other. And there's just no denying that government is going to have to be part of that. We have to have an organized society to be able to live together. And you know, the idea of segregating people is just the stupidest, idiotic, dumb idea. That there couldn't be anything dumber in a world that's becoming more dangerous, more where the capacity of even very small forces, even small groups of desperation can cause so much harm. It's completely impractical. There's just no surviving that future. well, anyway, just, so you really pissed me off. Good job. And, let's see, I don't want to mix subjects here, because, you did say some things about the vegetarian thing that's sort of, I'm big on the welfare of animals. Whether they live or not really is, I'd be perfectly comfortable with the idea of eradicating certain species of animal, because they just can't be, we're not going to live with them, right? We're just going to farming them, so the hell with them existing. So, I mean, it's not about letting animals live, it's about treating them appropriately, humanely. And so I have that argument with you.